and thanks for joining us in another episode of Two Guys, Two Gals, and a hell of a lot of wine. Rocky's back from Tennessee, and we have the wonderful Essie and Rocky's beautiful wife, Sandy, and you're beautiful too, Essie.
Oh, thank you.
For a great show, and the title of this show is going to be
something viral.
Viral
wine
is now the time
internet
for
viral.
spicy wine. That is the topic for this episode, and both Essie and Sandy will be talking about that later. But we got a lot to do here, so before we get into what's going to be an interesting experiment, we're going to start off with, can I reach that? A mild Sauvignon Blanc. We've had this brand before, Les Elise Sauvignon Blanc, made for the Boca Raton in Florida, actually. It's a very, very easy to drink Sauvignon Blanc. I know we might have had this on the show before. I know we've had their red and their Pinot Noir, I think on the last show, actually. And this is what you call, or Brocky would call, a patio pounder.
That's right.
So this should be very easy to drink and not as powerful on the palate as a Marlboro. So let's see what we got here.
Is this one getting incorporated into our concept?
No,
or are we just,
no. We're
just
tasting this because we need some good wine before we start our...
Yeah, setup was stressful. I can't admit. Oh, you know what? We should make sure the crow works.
Oh, yes, make sure. We might need that today.
So,
we might.
as you know, the crow is if we get a bad wine or if we tell a bad joke. And so we talk about grapes a lot on the show. I've been going around lately telling people about the benefits of eating dried grapes. You see, it's all about raising awareness.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, it's working. It's working. Okay.
I like that one. That was good.
Okay.
You know, I apologize. This is very Marlboro.
I disagree.
You do?
I think it's very Frenchy.
It's French.
I still think it's kind of Marlboro. You still get that. What do you think, Essie?
I like it. It's got the tartness of it.
You think
really
it
like
skirts in between the super tart of the Marlboro?
It doesn't have the grapefruit you would get with a
Yeah,
Marlboro or
I
New
think
Zealand.
of France, I think of peach. When I think of New Zealand, I think of grapefruit, pink grapefruit. Yeah.
This is one that's available. Just look it up, Google it, whatever. It's available. It's like $12, $13. Very easy to drink, very moderately priced for a Sauvignon Blanc.
the first one hits you, but the second sip,
I'm actually kind of, I've had this
like it.
before. I think
like
it does taste a little more like a Marlboro myself.
And where might we secure a fine bottle of this?
Great grapes
Provision.
in either Simsbury or New Britain. That's where they currently are on sale. But if you do a quick Google search, I'm sure you can come up with other places. They do not have them at the bigger places like Total Wine. You might have to do a little bit more in search for that. So, but great grapes in Simsbury and Avon, or New Britain does have that right now.
So that was, to me, a very delicious French Sauvignon Blanc. I think a lot of times when people hear Sauvignon Blanc, they think of Marlboro. They think of, what's the most famous one? Kim Crawford, right?
Yep, that's right.
That is about as
So,
ubiquitous as it comes.
I don't know how often you are on social
Zealand.
media or following TikTok trends, but the current TikTok trend is spicy Sauvy B. So we're not going to ruin your delicious wine with
If
our
we have time, we
internet
still might
trend.
try it, but
So we're gonna use our good old trusted Kim here,
I'm not sure what's going on
And we're
here,
drinking
guys.
out of solo cups because.
and we're also not gonna put it in a nice wine glass.
So Sandy is
We're already
pouring
not classy,
small
so why-
pours
Small pours.
into these little plastic cups.
And
then-
hidden behind here, we do have our dump bucket in case it's just that terrible. Oh, no, I
Yes.
need your plastic cup first.
And what's fascinating about social
gonna be
media,
a short
TikTok, is somebody had to be sitting around one day, probably drinking, and saying, I wonder what something spicy
You were.
would taste like
Yep.
in a Sauvignon Blanc. And what do we have here? These,
So
I
these
can only
are,
imagine
I
the
know you
frat
like
party
spicy,
that
Bobby.
this-
I do.
These are
Originated in.
frozen jalapenos.
Okay.
So for you, we're gonna drop a couple in there.
Two's good, yeah.
Two's good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Bobby likes it
how
spicy.
many, Sandy, in a glass?
Well, I think it depends on your preference.
Okay.
And I don't like spicy, so I'm going one. You do like spicy.
I'm a spicy guy.
I'm
should
making
know
you go
that.
two.
Yeah, that's right.
You're going two.
There's so many questions going on in my head right now. I'm not sure.
And
what we
Essie,
get.
I'm going one. You want two? Oh, I'm the
We're
win.
getting up to
All right.
going for
a
it.
couple 100,000 on the Scoville here
Okay,
with our
so
Sauvignon
the
Blanc.
idea is
This
that
is going to be phenomenal.
the
I can already tell you.
frozen,
Yeah.
jalapeno
the
helps
bouquet
cool it down.
Ooh, I
Okay.
can
But
smell
the jalapeno is supposed to add some spice,
I
add some
like the way
pepper
it
notes to
smells.
it. And it's said to be kind of like, if you enjoy spicy margaritas, you would enjoy this. So cheers, everybody.
All right, here it is.
To
Yeah,
this
bottoms
summer's
up.
TikTok
Ah.
trend.
All right, Bobby, you don't want to miss this.
Oh, the seeds.
On the nose, I get jalapeno, which some New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, I get that anyway.
I like it. I like the earthiness of the jalapeno.
So the longer the jalapeno sits in there,
Yeah.
obviously the spicier it gets. So I don't know, maybe you want to revisit that at the end.
Yeah, we
See
can
how
think
spicy
you're right.
it gets.
soak it and
This
then try
is
it again at the end.
shockingly good.
It is.
This is not as offensive as I thought it was going to
Well,
be.
Bobby,
horrible.
If you like this, we've got some other internet trends coming up.
And I don't think you have to worry about the seeds because you generally would eat a jalapeno with the seeds anyway.
No,
so
right.
it's not going to hurt you if you
Make it a
swallow
little
seed.
spicier. But if you Google internet wine trends, everything that comes up is this. It's mixing
Right now,
the New
yeah.
Zealand Sauvignon.
Hold that back to you.
We tried to come up with all kinds of ideas, and this is like dominating
This is, I can't get
Google
over how
landscape.
much I like
it's
it.
not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
I am blown away. When I first
right.
heard that we might be doing something like this, I said, I don't know about that. But it really works.
I'm actually curious what it would taste like with the other one. I think that the
if we have time, we're going to do
try
it.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have
I
time.
want
but
nachos.
I think the Kim. I think the Kim kind of cuts through it with that grapefruit. Just cuts through the spice.
You know,
Ooh, I feel that spice now.
always blown away. It's 2025. How come nobody thought of this 5 years ago, 3 years ago? Why did this just come out now? Like, what are people doing
Maybe
with their
it
spare
was,
time?
and it just wasn't. It
In the
didn't
United
go.
States,
it didn't
maybe.
go viral yet. So
Yeah, I'm gonna soak these for a little.
All right.
do that too,
We'll
for later.
reintroduce it.
you
at
guys
the very
enjoy that.
end.
That is not.
Yeah, I gotta say,
my-
what I think I like the most, well, not the most, but
Do you want a
what
little more in there for later?
what I do like is the earthiness of the jalapeno,
Yeah.
along with the aroma and the flavor of the Sauvignon Blanc. They really do go well together, and it actually the aroma itself I really enjoy too, even without the taste.
It's got an aftertaste that you could taste the spice.
Yep.
But I could totally eat this with like a plate of Mexican food.
Oh,
Like this would go
yeah.
great with
Taco
nachos
Tuesday.
or tacos. Yeah.
All right.
Cinco
Yeah,
de
totally
Mayo
could.
next year. This is going to be our cocktail.
I really thought we might have a crow coming up for
No, the
Madness,
crow's
but no,
gonna
the
be-
crow is quiet.
Crow is silent
Maybe-
right now.
maybe
He's-
the crow will be
he's,
quiet throughout
He's
the
waiting for
evening.
me to tell another joke.
The show's not over yet,
So
though.
an Irishman walks into a bar with a tiny steering wheel clamped to his crotch. Bartender says, "That looks painful." He says, "It's driving me nuts."
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't think Jen has to edit that. That was a pretty good one. That was pretty good.
Was fairly clean. I think I
was
just
clean.
lost my sound.
Do we,
Yeah, I did. No, you lost your sound. I'm hardwired in.
That's yours, I think. Or is it
do we
mine?
All right.
move on to
Oh,
the
it's
red?
professional.
All right. So what happens
My joke
next?
was so bad it's breaking the equipment.
Rocky, I thought that was a fantastic
Yeah,
joke,
yeah.
and I like the accent that you used.
Oh, I like the okay. Moving right along with it. You're taking up
This is
way too
what I-
much time with
This
my
is what I live
jokes.
with.
Well, I hope the PC police don't contact them.
No.
But anyways,
Irish are
So-
not a protected group. I'm
what
Irish.
happens when we move into a red wine?
We've got some fun stuff in store for you, but first let's taste what you brought.
So yes, it's an Argentinian wine. We haven't had an Argentinian wine on the show in quite some time. It's a
Not for that. We'll do
Oh,
it
go
out
in
of
the wine glasses.
Yeah, let's start
it's
with the wine.
sort of a easy to drink, palpable, moderate Merlot
Okay.
in the $13-14 range. We haven't had any Argentina wines in a while, have we, on the show?
Actually, going to use this.
I don't remember the last time we did.
It's got a pretty good review on Vivino and so forth. So, but it's not an expensive one. It's like $10.99, $10 something.
Yeah, when you think of Argentina, you think of Malbec. I don't have I had this?
No, this is new.
Okay.
This is no.
So I'm curious to see what it tastes like.
Because I was told to go buy something not too expensive for this show to be surprised, and that's what I did.
Oh, this
I
is
do what I'm told.
What was the price point on the white? On
The white
Sauvignon?
is between 13 and 14, but there is a clearance going on with these at both Great Grapes, and I think you could probably get them for even less than that, for $7.99 to $8.99. So go buy a couple
Whoa.
cases. Yeah.
So you said this was an Argentinian Merlot?
This is an Argentina Merlot. I think
That
it's
actually has a nice
2022.
bouquet on the nose, I'll have to say. It's not like
It's very good.
overpowering,
Yeah, that's
It's,
solid. It's a solid Merlot.
yeah.
and we're about to butcher it.
Are
Well, we don't know that
You don't
yet.
know that.
We do not know that yet.
Wow, that's not
I
bad
think
at
this
all.
is the thing I'm most worried about is any type of spice going
So-
into the red.
I'm a little worried we don't have enough cups here.
I have some here.
You have more cups?
I have
Okay,
4.
good, good.
Yep.
So,
Our cups runneth over.
Essie. I need one more cup over here.
Now, is this Essie's idea with this one? Is this something from Essie? or
No,
is this
No.
your
Essie's,
idea?
No, this is-
Essie, as usual, saves the
Saves
best for
for
last.
Okay.
So, we are going to take. This show would be hard if we did mixology all the time, huh?
And once again, this is from the same TikTok viral video.
So, we're going to do equal parts of the wine.
And as far as you know, it didn't matter what kind of red it was. It could be
So, the
anything.
idea with this is that it's an inexpensive red. you don't want to do this with an expensive red wine.
Makes sense.
So we're dressing up an inexpensive red and making it a little fun.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Leave the Opus 1 in the cellar.
Bobby?
The DRC will not be coming out for the Gatorade.
Not just Gatorade.
That's right.
Gatorade Frost.
This goes against everything.
I hope everyone watching
It's
at
never
home.
been on this show, Bob, right?
This has got to be new.
So this is called Gator wine.
All right.
You do typically want to serve this with some ice. Do we have ice?
Yes,
do
we
have
do.
ice.
You know, Rocky, in the almost 15 years I've been doing the show here, I've always been opposed to doing any type of wine that's infused with anything. I don't think we've ever done anything that's been infused with anything.
I'm going to say probably the same
I'm
here.
gonna let you close
but,
that.
You
Just
know.
be careful.
I'm not going to count the whiskey one. Remember the wine that they use the whiskey flax
Oh, yeah. Yep,
casks?
yep.
I just washed my hands, so you
Oh,
guys
it's
are
okay.
getting my.
Your germs are fine. This is, I don't know what to think here.
I don't know what to think. So I'm
Hey.
going in blind on this one. I think
have
we
never
all are.
had this.
This is called Gator wine. This was a trend last summer.
All right,
All
so
right.
Also, TikTok, social
Gator
media.
wine.
So it's equal parts red wine and Gatorade, and they do say you should use the blue Gatorade.
well, spank me hard and roll me over. This is not bad either.
It's
This
almost
is-
Sangria.
sangria. Yeah, it's very
It's like a
sangria-ish.
sangria. Now, is there anything to the glacier freeze blue?
So
What's
what
the-
I've heard is this is the best one. Grape would also work. I have heard reviews with the regular Gatorade that it's not as
Okay.
good. Doesn't taste very good. So the flavor of the Gatorade does make a difference, but you know.
I think over more ice would
Yeah.
also be more fair. But here's the problem. Here's the only problem I can see with this, and it's similar to sangria. Because this really cuts down the stringentness of the wine, you're going to drink this very fast.
Yes.
So you're going to get a buttload of wine into your system quicker than you normally would.
And electrolytes.
I mean, if you're sweating.
And electrolytes, right? He's on
Crow's getting a
fire.
lot of use.
He's on fire tonight. But that is the only negative. I like the taste of this, but the negative is if you're going to drink these in the summer over ice.
It cuts the alcohol of the wine
well, it would cut
completely
it
out too.
True. I still
No,
think
I'm saying you don't taste the alcohol.
you don't.
at
That's the
all.
danger. I think that's the
Right.
danger.
Right.
But this is surprisingly good.
I
I'm
think
glad
it
you
just
like it. What
tastes
do you
like the
think?
I
Gatorade.
liked it. It's
Yeah.
like a sangria.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm again surprised.
I like this equally as much as I like sangria, which is not very much.
Oh, you don't
but
like it?
I'm not a
He's not a
sangria
sangria
fan. As I like to say, I don't practice sangria.
Okay.
Well, I think, like, especially for you and Essie, you're in Newport, sitting at one of your fancy bars, the two of you.
Yeah.
This can be very good in the summertime as a drink. I'm just trying to think what else you could drink this in, what type of environment you would be able to drink, other than the summertime at a bar
Right,
or something
right,
like that. I mean,
right.
are you going to pull this out at your next cocktail party at your house or something?
Right. I'm
You never know what's
going
gonna
to
show up.
have a sangria made with. Yeah. Nope, I don't think so.
So, sticking along the same idea with that, we're going to use the same red wine. We're also going to do equal parts of wine and
So
something
we should finish
else.
this with the ice cube? Or?
We have a
No,
dump
we
bucket
have
if
enough.
anybody
Enough
We have
wants to.
no, we have enough cups.
I've got some more.
And this is also from the TikTok thing that you're talking about. This is something new.
It's social media,
So,
so
I would. Do you want to do a thumbs up on the?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's do a thumbs.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say thumbs
down.
up on the, well, when I drink it again in 10 minutes, I'm curious.
You may
I
it
would
might be a
very much
thumbs
like
down
to
or
hear your
sideways.
opinions on
Yeah.
that when you
But
once
Because
it's
it's
I
gonna-
simmered a
would
little.
definitely.
It's going to soak
thumbs
up
up
some
on
of
this.
that. Yeah, that was a thumbs up for me too. And I'm surprised. I
Right.
thought I was going to wince
Yep.
and
Oh,
start
me too.
crying
I
in
had
the
the
fetal
spit bucket
position.
ready, right?
Yeah, right. And the waters, right? We thought.
And this wasn't bad. That's not my thing.
So-
you know.
As I'm mixing this, Rocky, I had sent you a screenshot. So this was like kind of an internet thing a year or two ago, but this is actually a traditional cocktail. Can you read what I sent you?
Yeah, I can if I put my glasses on.
So it's equal parts red wine and Coca-Cola.
This is unbelievable.
It does have a name that I cannot pronounce.
It's known as
Use the second one, not the first.
Calimocho. A classic Calimocho, also known as Calimocho, is a simple cocktail made with equal parts red wine and Coca-Cola. Typically, a 50-50 ratio is used, meaning for every ounce or cup of red wine, an equal amount of cola is added. Okay. Well, that's
I'm not
easy
gonna
to
put
make
ice in
then.
that one. We're going to drink this one without ice.
There's
Well,
no stoichiometry involved.
Well,
in
here's
this,
the big question, and this goes for Essie, who cruises more than all of us. Would you order this on a cruise ship? We're about to find out.
Well,
It's not rum.
this is. I can't remember what country that this is actually served. I think it might be Portugal. I remember reading.
This is a hard no for me.
It just tastes like Coke to me.
The Coke does overpower it, and you're obviously getting a little bit more of the sugar in there. But over ice, once again, and I think this is the same thing we had with the other drink you just had. I can drink this in the summertime.
Really?
Over ice, can I drink a lot of it? No. But you probably could use Diet Coke or Coke Zero.
Yep.
I'm
Right.
sure.
It does. It takes everything away from the wine. Like with the Gatorade, I could still taste the wine. I don't taste
See
the
if it
wine in
makes
this
it
at
any
all.
better.
It just tastes like Coke.
You know, I would
not-
say
it's not
that,
helpful.
It's just going to be a cold version of Coke.
well, you know, Rocky, remember we had that low-calorie wine a few months back when we did the show?
It was Kim Crawford, except
It
it
was,
was the.
if you did Coke Zero, which tastes almost like real Coke, I think if you're watching your calories and you put this over ice, I think this is not a bad little
Yeah.
patio drink,
Do you
Yeah.
taste the wine in it?
just minimally. I think
Yeah.
the Coke, and I'm going to say the Coke is overpowering the wine a little bit more than it probably should, but you could always adjust the ratio.
Yeah, maybe mix it 3/4 to a quarter or something if you want to taste the wine. But if you're just not wanting to taste the wine and at a party,
I get a small flavor of the wine. But I think, and by the way, I know we're supposed to save this for later, but I did sneak this, and I don't know if I'm liking it as much as it warms up.
Oh.
But we'll go back to that.
we have
Okay,
more. We have
interesting.
more ice if we need.
Do you want more
if you want
ice?
to put some ice in there.
No, I don't.
No,
This
it's
stuff-
fun to see.
Which one?
That one right there. Yeah, yeah.
I think the
gonna
key
do the
is, and
last
we've talked about this many times, Rocky, with white wine, Sauvignon Blancs,
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah.
the problem is always going to be as they warm up. So unless you're chugging these wines at the table, they have to hold up on their own as
Yeah.
they're sitting.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to hold up on its own with the jalapeno in it, but we will all see
Yeah,
in a
it's
short period
gonna
of time.
it's gonna bring out all the
Is that for the
flavors that are
drink?
in that
Or is
as
this for the-
well.
So
as
So the
for
last
the
one
drink.
is
Oh,
going
the
to
last
be
one is coming
Essie.
up. Oh, that's right.
Yep, yep. But
So
I
we're-
would not ever drink that again.
Really?
I wouldn't. No, it's just not
It doesn't.
for me.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
do
just-
anything.
So we're gonna turn things over to Essie now. So Essie, what do you got,
Okay.
and what have you heard about this little gem you got going on?
Okay, this one is interesting because Aperol, spritz, and all of
Yeah.
those drinks are very popular now, and so I make my own limoncello, and so this is a limoncello spritz. So if you give me your glasses, we'll take 1 part of the limoncello, which, by the way, is made with grain alcohol, so it's quite strong. So you want to be careful not to put a little more than you need on this. So,
I think she's making us a full drink.
I think you could probably
This
cut
doesn't
the
look like a
shot in
tasting.
half. If you're doing it, on,
We-
full effect of it.
We
There's-
have a dump
there's-
bucket
there's
here.
things
You
going
don't
on.
see it. It's
And then the prosecco. So
you reach that, Rocky?
Can you reach that,
you can
Rocky?
add the prosecco to each.
start down here, or start over there.
who goes first. Sandy doesn't let me pour. I pour too much.
Well,
Well,
so
we all
does
know about
Es-
Rocky
So does
pouring.
Essie, apparently.
Heavy,
It's
spells
the
and Rocky
ice.
pours.
The ice is really filling up the glass. It's not done yet.
Oh,
Prosecco.
please hold, Bobby.
I did
Oh, the
not
seltzer.
cut up lemons. Now I feel
Oh,
like
did I leave enough room?
I didn't do it justice. And this, a little splash of seltzer. Now you can use regular, any type of white wine and add the seltzer, but I like the extra bubbles in the prosecco.
And what is the actual
myself.
name of this drink again?
This just gets a little splash.
Does this have a name?
A little limoncello spritzer.
Also known as the Essie Special.
Or the Essie Special, yes. It looks beautiful.
It does
It's
look.
a nice summer cocktail, because normally with the limoncello being a liqueur, you
you
would
get seltzer?
normally.
Did you put seltzer in there?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You would normally sip it, but this.
Smells good.
Tell me what you think.
I love that you're wearing a shirt to follow the theme of your cocktail.
This might be the star of the evening.
I mean, you can definitely taste the alcohol more than in the
can.
last two. That
It's
were
one of the
kinda
things that needs a lot of ice.
drowned out.
It's sort of like a. Now this is a cruise drink right
That
here.
is a
guys.
cruise
Yes.
drink.
This is a cruise drink.
I will be asking for this on the next cruise I take. That's
Very refreshing.
I
Once
think
again,
you
the
could
alcohol
sell
can't
this.
sneak up onto you
I think you
quickly.
could sell
Of
this
course.
at a bar. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could sell this as like on your cocktail menu.
Where'd you get this recipe from, or where'd you hear about this?
Well, I've been making limoncello for years, and I've been experimenting with things, and then I went on TikTok to see if limoncello is being used on any cocktails, and yeah, this is a typical. Instead of Aperol, use limoncello, and there's different variations of it. You could use a Sauvignon Blanc and add the seltzer just to get the sparkly. I think the fizziness is important.
With a little garnish of a lemon or a lime,
yes.
You got yourself a 5-star right here.
Yeah.
This is
Great.
And what is limoncello? For those people that don't know.
It's made from Italy. It's made from lemon. So I take the lemon rinds and I ferment them in the grain alcohol for 30 days. Some people use vodka, but the original way to make it is with the grain alcohol. So for 30 days that ferments, and then you make a syrup of sugar and water, and drain the lemon rinds and mix them all together. It's really, really simple.
and refreshing, and a really nice summer drink. Really nice.
Right.
Cold.
Oh, yes.
Gotta be cold.
Yes, yes. I keep it in the freezer. It doesn't freeze because of the alcohol.
The grain alcohol.
Well, the first 4 drinks, we're going to get back to mine that we had without mixing. But the first, this the 4th one or 3rd one? 3rd, right?
Spicy Sauvignon, Gator wine, the Coke and wine, which has a name I can't pronounce. This is our 4th.
Okay, so really quick before we start doing something different. They're all different, but this is my favorite so far.
Oh.
Followed by the Gatorade one.
Wow.
Huh.
This one might come back. I have to wait.
Yes,
I'm going to come back to this one.
Definitely want to try
The Coke
this.
one is just, for me, it's just the Coke, you're tasting Coke more than anything.
So I think we all agree the Coke one is probably a thumbs down,
Yeah,
for sure.
Thumbs down, people, is
But,
not
let
necessarily the right answer. It's just for
You want
us
more ice?
as wine drinkers. We're tasting more Coke than
Yeah, there's not really any wine
But you might like that.
highlighted
You know,
in
you
it.
people might
But
like that.
here's a kind of a cool thing about wine is a lot of red wines have a cola flavor to them, in particular
Yeah,
Merlot.
that's true.
I was just tasting this by itself, and it's like now all I taste is cola, because it's my palate has gotten confused, and so when I drink it, I'm like, oh, this has some cola in it. Maybe if I had looked for it before, it would have, but now it's like just tastes like
In your
cola.
face, yeah.
I'm still very curious if you used Diet Coke, if it would be as powerful as a regular
Got
Coke.
all summer to
So-
try this.
Right, now I'm going to go back to my Sauvignon Blanc.
I'm going to go back to mine too, and I don't like
I'm
spicy.
gonna try it
All
again
right.
too.
I got some ice
Oh, you
cubes in
added
here.
more
Did you
ice.
need ice?
Do you want more ice?
No,
Nope,
I think
no ice. I don't want any ice.
the
No,
whole
that-
point is that you let the pepper kind of defrost in there. You have to tell me how spicy it is.
Okay, now it's completely different. Now the jalapeno is really infusing the Sauvignon Blanc. So basically, I'm going to say
It was better before.
it was better before. You're
Yeah.
tasting really just liquid jalapeno.
So you want to drink it while the jalapeno is still free. Oh, you get the spice though. That
I
comes
think
through.
what you might have to do with this is make a batch of it and experiment with how much jalapeno to put in the batch. Let it sit there a while, because if you're drinking it, after a while, it's going to go from, hey, this is great, to, oh my God, this is horrible.
You're taking away from the internet trend by doing that. The whole idea is you
The
throw
internet's
some
not always right.
frozen jalapenos in there, and it's supposed to be delicious.
Well, they infuse
Fair
vodkas
enough.
and gins with all kinds of
That's
things.
correct.
So why not infuse wine? So this is what we're attempting. A little bit of infusion of other things into wine.
Yeah.
May not work as well.
This
but
might be kind of the kind of drink, Rocky, that is like a martini. You have it in small pours, a small, you take it in a small dose. Sitting in a large wine glass like this, even with the ice, I don't know if it's the right way to drink it. I think when you first poured this with the ice and then put the jalapenos in it, I liked it a lot because the jalapenos hadn't had a chance to really infuse the Sauvignon Blanc. I think I would like this if I can finish it before that had an opportunity
Got it.
to happen. So, but it's still interesting, but at room temperature, as this is getting, it's almost like you're drinking liquid jalapeno.
Yeah, all I taste is the jalapeno.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and the jalapenos, I assume there's a reason why they tell you it has to be frozen, because if the jalapenos are frozen, it's not just going to immediately infuse all of that jalapeno flavor. It's going to be more subtle.
Still not
Whereas
bad.
now it's melted
bad.
and
Yep.
it's room temperature, so it's not. It went from being like on a scale of 1 to 10, and this is relative to, a mixed drink scale for me, which I don't normally drink mixed drinks. I would say it went from being an 8.5, 9 to like maybe a 6. It's not offensive, it's not terrible, but it's not as good as it
Yeah.
was.
Once again, the star of the evening is definitely Essie's spritzer, which is not uncommon. I think a lot of times Essie's stuff always usually ends up.
Essie should open a bar, I'm telling you.
Mixologist, I would love to be a bartender. I don't know if I could keep up it with everything though.
So I don't even think I'm going to try with my Sauvignon Blanc on this because I think we get the gist of it here. But I think Sandy was a great idea to try this. I mean,
So I think the key to remember here is that when you're doing these, the idea is you're trying to level up an inexpensive or a wine that everybody knows and just make it a little different. You don't want to do something like this with a wine that you know you like as is, or that's a little more expensive. It's just meant to be fun.
and also, obviously, you're going to have a party. I mean, if you're going to do something like this with a group of friends, it should be a small group of friends. You don't want to throw something like this on a large group of people. Just similar to what we're doing here, have people experiment with small pours first, because you don't want to ruin your whole evening with people pouring things like this for everybody and finding these glasses all over your house. Like, oh yeah, it's great, and you find it like tucked behind a tree,
It's a lot of
a
wasted
plant
time.
somewhere
Yeah.
in your house. But in order, at least from my end first, Essie, then the Gatorade one,
Gator wine.
Gator wine. I'm going to put this one third, and then the Coke one, the Coca-Cola one.
So the
Bottom.
best in glass award goes to
S.
this.
Yeah.
I can't really put the bottle beside it because there's like multiple ingredients, but we got a good shot at that.
There's no Mr. Crow for that
Here
one.
we are. All right.
So I want to quickly, because we have only like 2 minutes left, these shows go by so fast. We're going to be taking some time off for the summer. I don't think we're going to be filming again probably till September. We're all going to be traveling.
And drinking these.
And drinking these. Essie's got cruises and trips. Rocky and Sandy, you got trips coming up. They're going to be joining us in Newport like they normally do. And Sandy, you can't see her off to Newport in a day and a half. And I just want to say, I want to thank you guys for watching the show for all these years. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. I'm not sure, I guess it'll be the Halloween show that we come back to, right? If we film in September. That's probably when we're going to film again.
Well,
Unless we film in late August. I'm not sure yet.
I don't know. We'll just play it by ear.
We'll play
I
it by
guess.
ear. And Rocky, you got a big tasting coming up in a day or two. I know you're not going to be, it's going to be too late when you see this, but it's
We
a
would have to
Burgundy show,
get
right?
I'm going to be doing a seminar in Maximum Beverage in Farmington. It's going to be a Burgundy seminar, and it's going to be 8 wines. It's going to be hopefully very informative, and we're going to be pouring some really, really nice wines. They do that. Maximum Beverage does these seminars. They're $20. You buy a ticket, and then you can use that $20 towards a bottle if you want to buy one afterwards.
They do these regularly?
They do them regularly, yeah. So
And I do love Burgundy.
At they do
yeah.
it in West Hartford as well.
They do West Hartford, yeah.
Have we done a Burgundy show, just straight Burgundy?
I don't think we have.
We've had a Burgundy,
Yeah.
but we've never done just a straight Burgundy show.
I don't think we have.
There you go.
That would be a great show. Yeah, that would be
Pricey.
a bit pricey. Yeah, some of these wines we're pouring are going to be some very expensive wines, but
And that was my favorite. Has everybody agreed with my thing? Are we definitely, Essie's is the winner, and everybody else picked theirs already in order?
I'm
I would put Essie's.
Essie's is number one.
As number
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
Number 2 was the jalapeno,
Oh,
the first version of it.
Yep.
Number 3 is probably the Gatorade. And
Gator
number-
wine.
The Gator
Gator
wine. And
wine.
number 4 is the cola.
Well, why didn't the cola get the crow?
I
think it
I
was
didn't
that
think it was
bad.
bad enough for the
Yeah.
crow.
I
Only
did.
my jokes are bad enough for the crow. So.
and you have some doozies. So I want to thank everybody for watching all these years. I want to thank Rocky, Sandy, Essie. And until next time, have a great summer. Keep all of us in your wine cellar.